Hello and welcome back to my channel, my friends, and welcome to this week's May I Scraplift You. And I'm combining it with a NicoleJones911 Design Team project. Now, as you know, Crystal, Sandie, and as they can, Amber on Instagram and Alex here on YouTube as well, Pink Crafty Mama, will be joining, and we are keeping May I Scraplift You alive on Saturdays, and we're making it a bit of a Saturday series now, which is so much fun because there were so many people that I wanted to scraplift that I didn't get to, and I think we all felt a little bit the same. And then as we were watching the series and everybody else scraplifting, some lovely and talented scrapbookers, we found more people that we wanted to scraplift. And today I am scraplifting one of my favorite scrappers, one of my lovely friends, Kelsey May Webster, here on YouTube. And of course, I will have her channel linked down below, and you can see up in the corner, as always, the layout that I chose to scraplift. And I chose it for a couple of reasons. Kelsey showcases pattern paper beautifully. She has a style that really brings beautiful paper to the forefront, and this layout, of course, is no different. So I wanted to do that because that is something that I love doing as well. And I love the fact that she had a basic 4x6 photo down here in the corner, and then had a tiny photo up in the left corner up at the top. And I really love that. I found that was original, a little unique and fun. So that is another reason why I chose this particular layout. And then, of course, probably, more than likely, I am assuming that Kelsey probably gutted all of these lovely papers underneath. She is a master at gutting, at paper piecing little bits of scraps and make them look as though they are a large piece of patterned paper. I did not do that here. I do it sometimes. I do try and channel my inner Kelsey as much as I can, but I did not do it here. I'm using one of my How to Kill a Kit with Style sort of starting points that I had put together. This lovely paper based on the Simple Stories Sunkissed, but if you recall, I added this beautiful floral from the Cocoa Vanilla Sunkissed, and I used just a little strip of it on another layout, so I brought it here. And what more beautiful paper to showcase than this gorgeous floral. This is also from the Simple Stories Sunkissed, and it was left over from another layout, and so I used some scraps of that to back my photo to do the wider frame. And that is something else that I love, a very narrow frame and a wider frame. But now I couldn't decide on what paper I wanted to use to back my photo, so I actually went into my stash and I got this lovely paper from Stampin' Up, and I decided to use the paler yellow. It's a lovely buttery yellow here, but then the pineapple matches. So these two yellows match the Cocoa Vanilla Sunkissed, I found beautifully. So I matted my photos on that, and then got the big lovely red wider mat. And then I was trying to figure out what I was going to do for this lovely strip, and the one that Kelsey has over here as well. This was the sunglass paper on the back here, and I really didn't have enough left anyway, but you know, the sunglasses didn't really fit. And then I sort of turned this paper over and I went, oh, look at that, these colors match beautifully. You're not really going to see an awful lot of the pattern, so it's not going to take away from the beautiful florals. So I decided to use a strip of that. But then it did sort of fade a little bit into the background here, so I inked it. I inked the edges with a pale gray ink. And I don't mind if I just ink some papers and not all papers. I don't know. Does that bother you? Let me down below. Let me know down below. If you ink one paper, do you have to ink them all? Or like me, can you just ink here and there as you see that it's needed to sort of bring that little bit of a contrast? And then I just inked the background paper as well to bring a little bit more inking into it. These photos, now I've shared my Italy album, and I told you I was finished, and then I found these silly photos that I wanted to scrapbook, but I may just put these in one of my early years because it's really, as the title implies, silly as a silly does. We were walking down the 39 steps, and then down there at the bottom, there were these knights, I guess, that were there wanting to take our photo, and of course tourists, little did we know. So that was my Australian friend Chris posing. The photos are really not very good at all. That's me with a little head dress on as well, and they take your photo, and then of course they want something like 10 or 15 in those days, probably way more now, euros for the photo. So it's a little bit of a scam, but sort of, you know, a harmless one and a little bit of a fun one. But in fact, we had another traveling friend companion that took these photos for us, so we did not buy the photos at all. And we just had our own photos, which were not very good because these were taken from a little far away. But it's really, you know, silly as a silly does. Just a fun little, funny, cool little moment, and that's what these photos are. So I've got them down here, and then so for my title I used, as you know, I have this in my How to Kill a Kit with Style, these lovely thickers from Chamel. Which is it Field Notes? I can't remember now. I think, is it from the Field Notes collection? I think it is. Correct me down below if I'm wrong. For the Silly Is. And then I got my lovely Happy Life out in the very pale pink for As Silly Does. And then with all these gorgeous florals and everything, I wanted to embellish a little bit the same way that Kelsey had done, but not overly embellish. So I got my flowers number 4 out from the NicoleJones911 Designs, and I love those flowers as well. And the 2-inch ones I cut normally, and then I went into the turquoise and the yellow in the 1.5 inch, 1 1/4, and 1 inch, so that I would have basically the 3 main colors for me, because this red has some red in it, but it also has sort of a dusty, pinky, corally that matches beautifully and complements the colors here. The yellow as well, and then the beautiful turquoise, which is perfect match. And in fact, this flower is very similar, so I thought that was even a bigger win. And then I got a couple of my lovely and beloved sketchy cameras out in pale gray. In the pale gray, but I have 2 shades of pale gray here, and then just a little tiny one here in a blue that matches the thickers and matches this lovely floral blue, more of a, I guess, is it a cornflower blue or a little bit of a dusty sky blue? Just a beautiful blue. So I put this one up on foam, this one flat to the page, and then the smaller flowers are partially up on foam and partially flat to the page as well. As you can see here, I popped some foam dot here, but this is flat to the photo. This one over here, as well as this, because I just, you know, wanted to put that there. Silly as a silly does this. There you go. I thought it was cute. And it was on my desk. And so I inked that as well so that it wouldn't fade into this paper in the background. Put that up on foam. And then my camera and my floral are flat to the page. So there you have it. Thank you, my lovely friend Kelsey, for all the awesome inspiration always. I love your channel. I love your personality, and you are so creative and talented. So thank you for inspiring me. Please make sure you pop on down below. I will have links to Crystal and Sandie for sure, and Amber over on Instagram, and Alex if she is able to play along today as well. I will have all the information for the NicoleJones911 website and the Facebook group, and please don't forget to use my code Moira, MOIRA 10, to get 10% off your order. And I will be back here tomorrow, my friends, with, oh my God, we're getting very, very busy on my channel. So we'll have the first Build-A-Page, so some awesome fun and games with that. So some page kit building, and we will have Sketch Sunday as well. So bye for now, my friends. See you soon. Thanks for being here.